Takes a spiritual man to live by faith. A natural man can't, right? We get to live by faith because we have God's presence within us. That's why we get to live like Him. We're no longer natural. Even though we're living in the natural, we are spiritual. So we get to live by the faith of the Son of God because we have Him within us. It takes faith. So many might say, okay, but you're a flesh. So how come you're living by faith? No, I'm not. I'm not the flesh. I am a spiritual man because God's presence is within me. Right? The Holy Spirit makes me a new creature. I'm born again. So even though you're looking at the flesh, I am not the flesh. I am spiritual. I am spiritual, and we gotta believe that. A natural man cannot live by faith, right? We get to live a spiritual life because we have what? God's presence within us, right? God is spiritual, and because He's spiritual and He's in us, we get to live Him by faith, right? By faith. So let's trust in God. Because if you're not living by faith, what? Because a man with Christ who got the Spirit of God within him can still live a fleshy life on any day. Because he's not living a faith. He's not living by faith. He's not believing in what the Word says, right? He's not believing in what the Word says. But a natural man, a man without the Spirit of God, cannot live a righteous life. Impossible. That's why we have the presence of God within us. It's to live the life of Christ. It's to live a righteous life. It's impossible to live a life of Christ without His presence within you. It will never happen. That's why we are redeemed from the flesh, because the flesh cannot uphold righteousness. It will never happen. Okay, my brothers and sisters, no matter how you try, you're gonna fail. But a spiritual man will always live a spiritual life. A righteous man will always live a righteous life. Or I can say a righteous man can always live righteously. A spiritual man can always live spiritually. But a natural man cannot live righteously. A natural man cannot live spiritually. And you gotta know the difference. That's why it's so important to know your identity, that you can truly live it. Because if you're thinking that you are the flesh, there goes carnality. You got to know that you are spiritual. There goes faith. So I'm standing in faith. I'm living by faith. Because if I'm gonna live